Hey guys, Metal Driver here, back with another WWE Elite review. And today I'll be looking at the Ringside exclusive NWO Elite Hollywood Hulk Hogan. We get images of Hogan on both sides, and then we get a third image on the back, along with a read-up of NWO Elite. Alright, so that was the box, so without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up and take a closer look at Hollywood Hogan. And here we have Hollywood Elite Hogan out of the packaging, but before we take a look at the figure, let's look at the accessories that he comes with. Much like many of the recent Ringside exclusive figures, he comes with this really cool backdrop. This one is the entrance stage of WCW Nitro. I really like this. This is great for a display piece, or in my case, for photography. I can pose him here at an entrance, which is nice because we don't really have a WCW entrance ramp. Did see one at San Diego Comic-Con. It would be nice if we can get those, right, in collectors' hands. But in the meantime, his backdrop is a nice little substitute. Then he does come with a pair of gloved Too Sweet hands, which are really nice. Now, unfortunately, these are the only hands that he comes with, so no fisted hands, no open hands. So it does kind of limit the posability. I mean, you could still pose them, obviously, but you don't get those hands for those poses. So that kind of sucks. I would expect a little bit more from a Ringside exclusive. It's not the end of the world, but I still would have preferred some extra hands. Then he comes with the WCW World Heavyweight Championship belt with the red NWO spray paint. Now, this is not the first time we've gotten that. We did get that with the Ringside exclusive Kevin Nash. Now, as you can see, the spray paint is different. The new one with the Ringside exclusive Hogan has an accurate spray paint. This is how it's supposed to look. The one at the bottom with Kevin Nash, that's not how the spray paint looked. And it didn't make sense that this came with Nash because Nash didn't spray paint the belt. It was Hogan who did that. So yeah, so if you missed out on that, now's your chance to have this version of the belt and a more accurate one as well. Hogan comes with a pair of white sunglasses, a bandana with the red NWO logo. It does have some extra sculpting back here, so it's not exactly the same as the previous bandanas for Hogan. And it even has the NWO logo on the back, painted in white. The other accessories include a white belt with Hollywood in this baby blue color, so that looks nice. Let's go ahead and take that off. And now we get the red NWO logo on a sleeveless shirt. So this is pretty much the same shirt that we got with Scott Hall and the recent Lex Luger. So nice shirt there. And then taking a look at the head sculpt, this is not brand new. We got this with the Ultimate Hollywood Hogan and the Ultimate Amazon Hogan as well. So not new, but I think it's a fine choice. Paint for the most part is pretty good. Paint on the teeth look good. There's a little bit of extra red paint on the mustache on mine, but aside from that, the rest looks pretty decent. They could have added maybe a little bit more blonde on the mustache right here and on this side, so that kind of looks a little bit weird, but the eyes look pretty good. So do the eyebrows. Back of the head looks pretty good. Pretty good. Then looking at the upper body on Hogan, I do believe this is the same body that was used with Elite 91 Hogan, so I think it looks okay. Really could have been a little bit bigger, but I think it's fine. Now, the one thing that is kind of annoying, it seems like with Hollywood Hogans, we're not getting that tan that the 80s Hogan figures are getting. So I'm not sure why they didn't do it with this one. I think it would have looked nice with that extra tan, that orange tan. He's got double jointed elbows, they are pinless. Gloves are painted pretty well. Same thing on this side. Then look at the tights, they are black with this white tie-dye pattern. Looks pretty good. There are some spots here and there on the white that probably could have used an extra coat of white. However, because of this tie-dye pattern, it kind of works, even with imperfections. So that doesn't look too bad. The knee pads have the same pattern, which is nice. He's got white boots with his NWO Elite color scheme of black and red mixed together. Same thing on the other side, painted pretty well, so that looks pretty good. Alright, then going over the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so it looks that high up, that far down, can't turn side to side, and tilt pretty well. Shoulder goes that high up. It doesn't really rotate all the way around. It's a bit stiff on that shoulder, but this one, yeah, you can do it on that one. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, a swivel and hinge at the wrist. He crunches that far forward, goes that far back, waist swivel. Legs go that far out, they go that high up. Thigh cut, double jointed knees, a swivel at the top of the boot. Ankle doesn't seem to go any higher than that, but it does go that far down. And there is some slight ankle pivot. Alright, and here's the Ringside exclusive Elite Hollywood Hogan next to the Ultimate Edition Hollywood Hogan, and yeah, I think the body on the Ultimate Edition looks a little more accurate to his physique from the late 90s. And then in case you were wondering how the Ultimate head sculpts look on the Ringside Hogan, here's the smiling head sculpt, and then here's a "that doesn't work for me, brother" head sculpt. Then here he is next to the Storm Collectibles version 1 Hollywood Hogan. Here he is next to Storm Collectibles version 2 Hollywood Hogan. And finally, here he is next to Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Macho Man, and Lex Luger. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on the new Ringside exclusive Hollywood Elite Hogan? I think it's a nice figure. I'm not exactly super wowed by it or over the moon, but I think definitely some nice points about it is that he's got this really cool backdrop, which I absolutely love. He's got 2 sweet hands, and he's also got a more accurate red spray painted heavyweight championship belt. So this is great for those that missed out on the previous red one. Now you've got another chance to get a red spray painted belt, and this time it's accurate. Now it would have been nice if he came with some more hand accessories. It sucks that he just comes with the 2 sweet hands as extra hands. They are cool, but it would have been nice to get more. Now, it's certainly a nice figure, but do I think this is the best Hollywood Hogan from Mattel? No, the Ultimate Edition is still the best one that we have so far. Hell, even the upcoming WrestleMania Elite Hollywood Hogan looks to be potentially better than this one. So do I think it's worth getting at full price? No, I'd say probably wait for this to go on sale. And I would suggest don't skip this figure because Ringside exclusives, once they go out of production, they tend to spike up in price. So you definitely don't want to sleep on it, but maybe you could take a nap on it. But what you should not sleep on is hitting that like button and subscribing. If you want a chance to get a shout out in the next video, leave a comment down below. Just like Peyton McKithen says, you're awesome. Hey, thank you, I appreciate that, you're awesome too. Check out my social media so you can be up to date with all my wrestling figure photography, and I'll see you next time.